raffle it. Label scribble on paper, they want to shackle it.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll get to see Tyler Lockett. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Seahawks and the Falcons, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down, and as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Geno out to throw. And his pass incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Ready, go.
Walker.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Walker once more.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta sending its offense out for the first time, and for the first time since 2008, it's a rookie who will handle things at quarterback. Out of Cincinnati, the 3rd-round pick, Desmond Ridder.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion, take it running, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Good throw there to start the second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Falcons at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 11. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve we saw right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And caught by... And he coughed it up! And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stop made by Marlon Davidson. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing now is Geno. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He hit us first. Now this from 43. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, The first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DeVito. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Patterson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Back to throw again. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. A try here for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 13. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way in the end zone for 6 points. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. It's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Out to his left. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. That third down conversion good for 23.
Although he was picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder is actually the 2nd quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round waiver, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker who reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The drive starts with a completion left side and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Second and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Goodwin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Koo now for the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. This complete to Lockett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Geno. Returning right back to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away.
Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Back to throw here. Touchdown, Falcons!
Chase Claypool, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10, and that's complete to Swain.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Smith. And he finds Penny. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 40 yards.
And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Gino's going to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Inside the 10.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 24 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Up the middle, here's Walker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. You're
absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee, here goes Smith. Should all but do it. So the victory.
Right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better